Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play through a song called Drunken Love by Beyonce. And we end up cabling this on first fret to match the recording board and start out on an E minor chord. And the way you play E minor, first finger goes to the A on the second fret, second finger on the D string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now you may also want to think about adding in the third finger on the B string on the third fret, or the pinky even, and kind of making an E minor 7. Or you could take the third finger and go to the B string third, pinky on the high E string third, and kind of get an E minor sound through that. You may want to kind of think about using that through the song. And then from E minor, we'll be going to an A minor for our intro and our verse chorus. And then we play A minor, first finger goes to the B on the first fret, second finger on the D string second fret, and third finger on the G string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the third finger and making that an A minor 7, or you could take the pinky and add it in on the high E on the third fret, and kind of get a different A minor 7 sound. And then from the A minor, we're going to be going to a D major. We're going to play D major. First finger goes to the G on the second fret, second finger on the high E on the second fret, and third finger on the B string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now while you're on Ds in general though, you can always lift off the second finger and make that a D sus2. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E on the third fret and make that a D sus. So it's going to be kind of cool to say some things with the D chord. And then from the D, we're going to be going to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to A on the second fret, second finger on the low E string on the third fret, and third finger on the high E string on the third fret. If you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also want to put the third finger on the B string on the third fret, pinky on the high E string on the third fret, and that's another way you may want to play your G major through the song. And that's a lot of our tune actually is just kind of that E minor, D major, G major, E minor, A minor, D major, G major. And you may want to work that with kind of downs, kind of an E minor with a down, 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 and then an A minor with a down, 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 D 1, 2, 3, G 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, E minor 2, 3, A minor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, D 2, 3, G 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be a cool way to work it. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the E minor and tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Keep a really slow pace for the tune. But what you may want to do is kind of a down, down on the E minor, and then hit the A minor with a up, and then an up, down, up, and then go to the D for a down, down, and then hit the G for the up, down, up. So you have E minor with a down, down, A minor with the up, down, D on the down, down, D on the up, down, E minor on the down, down, E minor on the up, down, D on the down, down, D on the up, down, up. Or another strum pattern that I would think about using is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into two parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that beat into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I think what could be a lot of fun with the tune is a down, up, down, up, down, up, 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you do a down on 1 and then kind of an up on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're doing in the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing an up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the third beat, you're doing an up on 2, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, 1 up, 1 up, and then on the last beat, you're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4s. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So all together, you got down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. So another way to work it would be doing the E minor with the down, up, and then going to the A minor for your down, up, down, up, and then doing the D with the down, up, and then going to the G with your down, up, down, down. So you have E minor, the down, up, A minor, up, down, up, G down, down, E minor down, up, A minor down, up, down, get to our bridge part. And our bridge starts out with an E minor and then an A minor, but then we go to a B minor chord. Normally you do this as a 2nd fret bar, 2nd finger on the B string 3rd fret, 3rd finger on the D string 4th fret, and the pinky on the G string 4th fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a B minor chord and it sounds really sad. Now another possibility would be to lift off the pinky and make that a B minor 7. Or another way to play B minor 7 is to do 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd, 3rd finger on the high E on the 2nd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a B minor 7 that way without doing a bar. And then from the B minor we go back to E minor, and we repeat that 3 times, and the last time we do an A minor or E minor, A minor, and then our B minor, and then it sounds like we go to a C major chord. And the way we play C major, 1st finger goes to the B on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret, and if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also want to dig on a C major 9, and the way you play C major 9, 1st finger goes to the D on the 2nd, 2nd finger on the A string 3rd, 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, and the pinky on the high E string 3rd. And if you strum to the high E string from the A string, that sounds a C major 9. So you want to think about that for that voicing. And if you're digging on that voicing, actually you could do the B minor by doing 1st finger on the A string 2nd, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd, and leaving 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd. And that might be kind of a cool option there, actually, to kind of hit that B minor that way. So we tried our bridge with our down, down, up, down, up. We'd have the E minor, the down, down, E minor, the up, down, B minor, down, down, E minor, up, down, E minor, down, down, E minor, up, down, B minor, the down, down, E minor, the up, down, E minor, the down, down, E minor, the up, down, B minor, down, down, E minor, the up, down, E minor, the down, down, E minor, the up, down, E minor, the down, down, C. Kind of on that last time. You may want to kind of let that ring, kind of down, down, C on the up, kind of last time. And then from there, then we go into kind of our outro chorus. It almost sounds like instead of doing the G chord, you may want to do the E minor because of what the bass player is doing. Now the weird part is to play along with Beyonce though, instead of starting on an E minor chord, she's starting on an F minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 1st fret, then now your E minor is really an F minor, your A minor is really an E flat minor, your D major is really an E flat major, and your G major is really an A flat major. But to take it from the beginning, you might want to kind of work just kind of those downs. Might be kind of a cool way to do it. And now I'm kind of adding in some right hand muting. So I'm kind of laying the flat of my right hand down on top of the saddle to get almost like a muted quality out of the E minor, A minor, D, G. So you want to kind of play around with that too. That could be a cool way to intro the tune. Or you could use the strum pattern, and we could do down, down, up, down, up, and have E minor, down, E minor, up. To add to a song like this too is bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, you get to run a bass note for the chord. So on the E minor you'd have low E for the bass, on the A minor you'd have the A for the bass, on the D you'd have the D for the bass, on the G you'd have low E for the bass, and when we get to the B minor you'd have the A for the bass, and on the C chord if you were going to do it you'd have the A string for the bass. So we could add basses to that and have E minor with the bass, down, A minor, up, down, do the D bass, down, E minor, down, E minor, the B bass, down, E minor, down, do the D bass, down, E minor, down, E minor, the B bass, down, E minor, down, do the D bass, down, E minor, down, E minor, the B bass, down, E minor, down, do the D bass, down, E minor, down, up. Or if you're kind of digging on the 16th pattern, you could have that down, up, A minor, our bridge part. And we could try basses with our bridge too, and if we tried that with a bass down, up, down, up, we'd have E minor with a low E bass, down, E minor, up, down, E minor with a E bass, down, E minor, up, down, E minor with a bass, down, E minor, up, down, E minor with an A bass, down, E minor, up, down, E minor with a bass, down, E minor, up, down, E minor with an A bass, down, E minor, up, down, E minor with a bass, down, E minor, up, down, E minor with an A bass, down, C. Or if we tried that with our 16th bass pattern, we'd have E minor with a bass, up, A minor, E minor, E minor, E minor, A minor, E minor, E minor, E minor, A minor, E minor, E minor, E minor, A minor, E minor, and C. And then from there, we'll be going into kind of our outro verse chorus. And what you may want to do actually is kind of substitute in the E minors at the very end for what the bass players do. So it'll be exactly like the verse chorus, but you may want to double back to the E minor, E minor, A minor, E minor. Now, if you know the licks around these chords too, feel free to kind of embellish this lesson in any way you want to. And it is a little weird because the bass player doesn't always work around those chords, and the keyboard part sounds the same. So you really kind of mix that up with that A minor and the E minor for the G chord at the very end. But that's the basics of how you get strummed through Drunken Love by Beyonce. So good luck!